Yo.
Oh man, what's up? Do I have stuff in my teeth? I can say Chipotle.
You should. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the show, and we'll go right into it.
I bet.
All right, cool. All right, I'm Taylor Brown, and this is how I did it. The show where we talk with champions about how they achieve their dreams. On today's show, we're talking with Melanie Page. Melanie Page is the director of a documentary that got more than 70,000 views on Twitter called "Can't Retire from This." And now, me and Melanie, we go way back, played against each other in high school in the same league in the state of Maryland. So, if you watch her documentary, you probably see a lot of familiar faces. Melanie, welcome to How I Did It, and Happy New Year. Thank you for coming on the show, and congratulations on a great start on the release of the documentary.
Thank you. Yeah, things are happening. It's a new year, so fresh start. Why not come off a bang?
Right, right. Yeah, for sure. So I'm sure you get this question all the time, but how did you come up with the idea, of this documentary?
I mean, growing up in the DMV, as you know, there's so many talented female athletes, and our stories often get overlooked and overshadowed by the boys because boys basketball and girls basketball, we're great collectively. But unfortunately, sometimes there's not enough room for our stories to be told. So I was home for the pandemic, and you know, needed a creative outlet. So, In the Water dropped on Showtime, and a bunch of people watched it. I watched it as well, and they told a great story about boys basketball, but sometimes us girls or women need to create a space for ourselves and our own stories to be told. The boys side runs so deep, but so do we. They're just unfortunately, in that hour long documentary, there wasn't enough room for us. So I decided to make a Facebook post, and several of my old teammates and coaches, etc., they were in support of it, and just taking this idea and let's tell our own stories. And that's kind of how it happened. We had a Zoom meeting that week, and 2 weeks later we were filming.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. You already know. I remember. And so next question, I gotta know what's the release plan? Like, I know you guys have a lot of content, but like, do you know
So
what the
much.
release plan is or not yet?
I can't publicly say what the plan is. I mean, there's still options, and the story is obviously still developing. But it's going to be a documentary series because we've already interviewed 41 people, 41 interviews, and we still have about 20 more left to go. But it's going to be a series. The ideal goal is for it to be released in the fall. So after the next WNBA season, which will be the 25th WNBA season, a major milestone for the league. So um, coinciding with Penny Toller, from DC scoring the first point in the WNBA, I want to be able to commemorate that properly and have a rollout right after the season.
Nice, nice. Sounds like a great plan. Just want to remind everybody we're here with Melanie Page, director of Can't Retire from this documentary. So, Mel, I just want to say thank you very much for including me in the trailer. I'm truly honored, and yeah, it gave me chills. So, I just want to ask you, want to talk about some of the challenges of keeping a team together and just making the entire thing work, especially during a pandemic. Like, you could just talk to me about that, and just how you were able to do it.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's still tough because when we first started, the world was closed. Everybody was home and kind of needed an outlet, and everybody was just anxious to do something. So taking that energy in the beginning, especially around June, it was great motivation to get people going after they've been sitting at home for a little while. But once Maryland and the state and different counties were opening up in different phases, people had to go back to their jobs and their regular lives. And it's me coming back home from LA. I'm like, this is actually my life.
Right.
Like, this is actually what I do full time. And I thought, it's kind of went over my head that everybody has their own life still. Like, this is not everybody's life. So that took an adjustment, and just trying to coordinate everybody's schedule since people are coming in and out of town all the time. It's still a lot of moving pieces, but we make it work. I have a solid core group of people that have been keeping us going, and I'm very grateful. It's a blessing.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, what are you working on right now, and what's your current project? I know, like as a creator artist, you can't release it, but you could just give us a little, I don't know, preview.
Besides you can't retire from this,
Yeah.
and I'm always working on something. I never put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But I've been writing. I've been writing constantly for the past couple years, but I feel good about this particular script I've been working on for a while. I've had some good meetings about that recently, and just trying to tell as many stories as I can.
Yeah.
I can't really say too much until I sign some papers. So
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. So, we just got through the holiday season, and for you, it was a little more significant, than for most people. So, because of the release, the holiday fantasy, Jingle Jangle, which you helped work on. So when was that movie in production? Because we had to wear all these masks and,
yeah.
COVID. So yeah, when did that start?
Jingle Jangle. So I got the first draft of Jingle Jangle to read and start, my part of working on back December 2017. And so it took a year of writing the script, working on the script, and then David Talbert, the director writer of the film, he and his family flew out to London November 2018, and they started filming May 20th, 2019, and that went on all summer. So they filmed from May to August 2019, and I went out there for the month of July. So that was all pre-COVID. Everything happened like in perfect alignment before the world shut down, and then ultimately the world needed the film
Right,
for joy at the end of 2020.
right. Yeah, so let's talk about that timing. It seemed like, once the movie got released and the Can't Retire trailer got released, like, talk about just like how everything kind of just came at so fast for you.
I'm very strategic, and I like to tell people I've been working on my intentions and my purpose with everything. Everything that I do has to be in alignment, and I believe that, once Jingle Jangle got out there, the door was open for me to be like, okay, yeah, I had my part in that. It was great. Now let's see what I can actually do with my name on it too, you know? I
Gotcha.
for all of Jingle Jangle, I'm behind the scenes. I'm only credited a special thanks, but I really did a lot for that particular project. But that wasn't my story. I was just there to serve a purpose for that story. But my greater purpose in working on that film, helped me realize what my bigger purpose is. And it's telling stories of girls that look like me. And that was the perfect opportunity for Can't Retire from this. I saw there's an audience of little Black girls who need to see themselves represented properly.
Hmm.
Now I can tell those direct stories of real people and real girls and real women that have been them in the past. And now this is what you can do with the future with basketball.
Right, right. That's nice. That's dope. So, well, we come down to our final questions. But before we go down these final questions, can you tell everybody where they could find out more, about the documentary, etc.?
Yeah, I try to keep the website and Instagram as updated as possible, so you can find it, Can't Retire Doc or can'tretiredoc.com. Also get your merch, get some t-shirts, get your crew necks out here. And then you can find me at Girl Melanie, GirlMelanie, two E's at the end. And yes, that's basically it.
Cool, cool. So, all right. So, first question I ask every interview these questions. First one, what inspires you, to do what you do?
What inspires me to do what I do? It is, oof, And that has changed quickly. That has changed
Okay.
recently. It's really being a role model for girls that, don't have one. Or, like my mom coaches girls basketball, and those 14, 15, 16-year-olds look up to me so much, and I see the importance of, having me in their lives and checking on them, making sure they're, getting their schoolwork done. But also, like, on the other side, I'm in Hollywood. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh my gosh, she's the best thing ever. Like, that
Right.
is my purpose, to show them that what they're doing, they're on the right path, and they have somebody that can tell their story too when needed.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. So, next question: what is your pet peeve?
My
It's a
pet
tough one.
peeve. um, I don't like mean people right now. That's my pet peeve. I don't like. There's so much negativity going on in the world. Like, it just be nice, just be a good person. Just
Yeah.
that's my pet peeve. If you gonna be mean, take that elsewhere. Take that energy somewhere else. I don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel that. Third question: guilty pleasure.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Easy. Bacon. I'll eat bacon all day, any day. It's like my adrenaline. It gets me into a good mood.
Got you. Got you. Got you. All right. Well, those are last three questions. Will you be back to do another one? Give us an update.
Let me know, Tay. You know where to find me. I'm out here. Yes.
All
Of
right.
course. Of course. I got you.
Cool. I appreciate that and appreciate what you're doing. You already know. Thank you for being there for me again. Very important time in my life. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Seriously, it's great. It's great to see.
Got you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. I want to thank my sponsors, Spacey Cloud and the Loop, for sponsoring this podcast. And follow Can't Retire Doc. Stay updated on what they're doing. I will send you this footage and keep you
Cool.
posted.
Sweet.
All right. All right. See you,
That
Melanie.
was easy.
I know,
All
right?
right,
I
Tay.
know. All right.